The one thing I hate is being around a miserable person. It's like they need for you to be miserable too. I know you probably heard the saying, misery loves company. And honestly, it's so true. But one thing you don't have to do is join them. And one thing you have to remember is that happy people are peaceful, and you cannot force happiness onto someone who's already chosen to be miserable. Because at the end of the day, your energy, it belongs to you, not their bad mood. And seriously, think about that for a second. So why let someone else ruin your whole day just because they're mad about theirs? You didn't wake up today looking for drama, but they did. You're out here trying to have a good day, and they're actively trying to drag you down into their mess just so they aren't alone. You have to realize that you are allowed to protect your headspace. You know what? It blows my mind when I look around and I just see so many people who are choosing to just stay miserable. A lot of the people just seem completely unsatisfied with their lives right now. And it doesn't matter what they get, what they buy, what they achieve in life. Some people are just constantly looking for something to complain about and be unhappy about. But you know what? At the end of the day, they actually chose to stay in this dark place. And if you let them, they will drag you down right into that negativity with them, just so that they don't have to sit in it alone. It's like a sickness. And if you get too close, you're eventually going to catch it. That's why it's so important to protect your peace and keep your distance from them. Because once again, misery loves company. And it's highly contagious. One thing you have to realize about miserable people, they say they want happiness, but they stay completely attached to the same exact habits that are keeping them miserable. I don't get it. They complain all day long, but they don't actually want things to get better. They're completely comfortable just being miserable. And they rather sit there and drag you into the drama rather than doing anything about it. And honestly, I can spot these people a mile away. They'll text you or they'll ask how you're doing, but they don't actually care about the answer. They're just looking for an opening so that they can start just complaining about how unhappy they are. And don't tell them things are going good for you, because they'll hit you with a slick comment. Like nothing you do is ever worth celebrating to them. You get a new job, they'll tell you why it's a bad move. You get into a new relationship, they'll tell you how bad this person is without them even knowing them. They don't know this person. All they want is for your relationship to fail so that they can say that they told you so. So don't tell miserable people your business, because they're going to try to come up with 10 reasons as to why things are going to be bad or why things are going to fall apart. And look, it's not even that they hate you. They just can't stand watching you just be completely satisfied and happy while they're sitting there miserable. Just take a second to think about it. It's always that one person working the job that they absolutely hate, or staying in a relationship that is completely draining for them. They will vent to you about the same issues and the same arguments every single day. But the second you offer a solution, they immediately shut it down with 100 excuses. They want you to feel bad for them. It's like you can do everything that you can to make this person happy, but you can't force happiness on someone who's just already chosen to be completely miserable. If they want to stay in that dark place, let them. Leave them alone and just go live your life. Let me tell you something. Happy people don't like being bothered with miserable people. It's too draining. And no matter how much you try to spread positivity and love, they won't be receptive because they expect everyone around them to be equally miserable. And if you sit next to someone who's that bitter, your body is physically going to absorb that stress. You get drained just listening to them just dump all their problems onto you. They don't want a solution. They just want to drag you into the mud so that they don't have to sit in it alone. That's it. And if you don't back away, that misery is slowly creeps into your own life. And before you know it, without you even realizing it, you start looking at your own life. Now you searching for things to complain about. And simply because your brain has started to normalize their behavior. Think about how this actually affects you. It's that one coworker who text messaged you all day long, gossiping, trashing management, and just crying about a job that they refuse to quit. Or it's that friend constantly blowing you up with 10-minute voice notes about their toxic relationship. But the second they get off the phone with you, they go right back to the person that's dragging them down. How crazy is that? After talking with them, you feel like you just worked a 16-hour shift. Your head hurt, your shoulders hurt, your back hurt, and your mood is completely ruined for the rest of the day. And it's all because you sat there and you let them vent for an hour. Now you the one going back home to your family angry, tired and completely drained, giving your kids and your partner the absolute worst version of yourself. You can't even focus on your own life because you're too busy just dealing with their drama and their BS all day. Honestly, you have enough on your plate with your own family and your own life to worry about. And to be completely honest, I wouldn't want to be around a person who is miserable and unhappy with life. Not even if it's my adult kids. So one of the ways that I deal with this is by not answering phone calls. No, I can't do lunch. No, I can't hang out. Because you already know that they want to complain about the same garbage that they complained about last week with zero intentions of ever fixing it. And look, you may not want to hear this, but sometimes that miserable person is your family member. Somebody you've known your whole life. That's what makes it so much harder to step back. But being related to somebody doesn't mean that they get a pass. Oh no. If being around them is constantly leaving you worse than before you spoke to them, start visiting them a little less. Keep the conversation shorter. And if they notice that you became distant, just let them know that you've been focusing on yourself lately. Because at the end of the day, being miserable is a personal problem. At some point, you just have to say enough is enough. You can't spend your days trying to fix someone else's bad mood. If they want to be miserable, let them. But don't let their negativity ruin your life. Go focus on your own peace and let them figure it out on their own. Because you're not their savior and you're definitely not responsible for making them happy. If an adult want to wake up every day and look for a reason to be pissed off at the world, that's their business. Let them have it. But you need to stop picking up the phone to validate it. Stop giving away your time, your focus, and your energy to people who just want to stand in a circle and talk about how bad everything is. If they want to stay stuck in that dark mindset, you have to leave them behind. Let them figure out their own mess and you go build your life. You only have so much time and energy in a day, and you can't afford to waste it just dealing with someone else's bad mood. Let them stay bitter. But once again, you go live your life and you continue doing what makes you happy. And for those of you that are miserable, look, I know you can't control everything life throws at you, but you can control how you handle it, what you focus on, and whether you're going to sit there and dwell about it and refuse to let go of whatever seems to be making you so unhappy and miserable. Because you create a sense of peace when you let go and you give your problems to God. Let him handle it. So anyways, this was on my mind today and I just had to get it off my chest. I know I'm not the only person dealing with this. So let me know down in the comments if you ever had to distance yourself from people who were miserable lately. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.